This nurse and a purse story time is crazy. Okay, the headline. He's turned into Victor Mildrew and I'm his carer. So who is Victor Mildrew? I don't know. Okay, so this is Victor Mildrew. So this is who her husband has turned into. Okay, let's get into this story. On my knees on the bedroom floor, I carefully snip away at his toenails. He moans and groans because apparently I'm being too rough, but in fact I'm doing my very best impression of a professional pedicurist. Unfortunately, he can't see my eyes rolling or that my lips are pursed in a silent repose. When I carefully pop his beloved slippers back on, I recall how he once laughed at anyone who owned a pair. No, I don't work in a care home. The man in question is, in fact, my increasingly cantankerous husband, Paul. When we married nearly 20 years ago, he was the ultimate silver fox, then 57 to my 27. He had chiseled good looks and an impressively toned torso, much more Brad Pitt than Dad bod, and not once did anyone ask if I was his daughter. Our sex life was fabulous, exuding confidence and worldly wisdom. Paul seemed to possess an irresistible sexual energy that men my own age just didn't have. I don't mind admitting I learned a lot from him. Men of my generation only had sex when we were too drunk to appreciate it. Paul was just as keen on my pleasure as I was his. Hardly a surprise then that I ignored my mom's increasingly shrill to my ears warnings about our age gap. And yet it pains me to say I should have listened to Mum, who was herself a few years younger than Paul. Age is but a number, so the saying goes, but I'm here to tell you with all my years of firsthand experience that it isn't. It very much isn't. It's much, much more important than that. It was at the 10-year point when Paul was 66 and I was only 36 that things started to go downhill fast. First, his lifestyle related diabetes kicked in, then came the high blood pressure, arthritis, problems with his prostate. Of course, none of this is his fault, and I take my in sickness and health vow very seriously. I knew I'd be married to a pensioner by the time I hit my mid 30s, and that hard body I fell for wouldn't last. At 46, I don't want to go to bed at 9 p.m. every night clad in pajamas, as Paul now does. I thought we'd be traveling, working out together, yes, even at his age. I'm going to skip to the middle. She says, indeed, I can't help resenting the fact that I have long felt prematurely old. In my 30s, I've lived as though I was in my 60s, stuck at home instead of out enjoying life. Here's the point where consequences meet actions. What would you expect marrying someone your dad's age? What is wrong with people? Y'all jump in the comments. Like, comment, share.